I'm gonna show you guys the perfect palette to create any eyeshadow look. I am launching my Major Dimensions Essential Artistry palette. We have 3 different palettes for 3 different skin tones: light, medium, and deep. I really wanted to create 6 shades that I know that you would hit pan on. Another reason why I wanted to give you guys a 6 well is that every single color in this palette was basically a essential that I felt everyone needed for the everyday. I'm also launching my dual-ended eyeshadow brush. So I'm gonna go in with this shade right here. I really wanted to have a mix of warm and neutral undertones in this palette because I wanted it to be your perfect everyday. With this side of the eyeshadow brush, I'm just gonna go in and with like windshield wiping motions, the pigment, and slowly blend this into the brow. So my signature like eyeshadow technique is probably like a nice like warm tone color that would like honestly match your bronzer. I love like a really structured, elongated eye. So you really want to use like your matte eyeshadow to build shape and definition. If you're ever doing like a smoky eye and you tend to be not as precise with your eyes, I'm just taking my 5-in-1 beauty sponge and I'm taking the straight edge and kind of placing some powder right underneath just to block any fallout that may happen, and use this as like a guide to where I want my eyeshadow to be. Alright, so the next shade I'm going to be using is this shade right here. I'm just going to go in with the more precision side. I'm just going to bring this right onto the outer end of the eyes just to really create a little bit of drama and to add a little bit of depth just into the outer corners. This is going to be your 3-step eyeshadow routine. 1 color on the crease, 1 color on the lid, and 1 color on the outer crease. So I'm just going to add this lighter shade right onto the lids and slowly diffusing this into the rest of the colors. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and just take away all of the powder. I'm gonna use the same shade that I used on the crease and put this right onto the bottom lash line. So I'm gonna take the deepest shade now and I'm using this liner brush. I'm gonna put this right onto the lash line, just on the outer ends to really like add depth to the eyes. I'm gonna use my eyeshadow duo. This is our new shade, When the Sun Sets. I'm gonna take the fluffy side of my brush. I'm just gonna place this right on the eyelids. I love applying these like very thin onto the eyes to add a little twinkle. All right, I'm just gonna put on a little bit of mascara and this is going to be your finished look.